What's up guys, we're going to be going through the best player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 16 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. So we are on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get 16 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon, should be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here is one of our members who just signed up and won himself $500 just yesterday, and another member who won $250 for the third day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily upload. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick. So let's start off with NFL, and when it comes to these picks guys, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So the first pick we're going to be talking about is obviously the no-brainer guys, the Dak Prescott 0.5 pass yards for more. What I do suggest with this pick guys, definitely use it on every single parlay you can, due to the fact guys, this is pretty much a give me. This is definitely going to happen, and because of those reasons guys, if you do make any parlay for today's game, make sure you add the Dak Prescott on it. Okay, I think there is a kind of a threshold with how much you're allowed to bet. I think it's around $20-25, but if you are planning on betting that amount, definitely put that into your parlay. But we'll get into the first legitimate pick that we want to discuss, and that is actually none other than a great pick, and this is none other than Xavier Howard. Now when it comes to Howard, this one's a good one because this one is for 3 tackles and assists, and this one actually is for less. Now when it comes to Xavier Howard, obviously guys, this is the start of the season, so there isn't really too much to go off when it comes to the last 5 games, but they do face off against LAC in this matchup. We think the tackles and assist numbers, we do believe he will be able to go on the under here due to the fact of the matchup against LAC. Now on top of this guys, when it comes to early on or pretty much the start of the season, you tend to start and see a lot of I guess good value in overs and unders due to the fact that there really is no history to go off, and that's what we see with Howard with this one. So Xavier Howard, 3 assists and tackles for less, I think is a fantastic pick and an absolute steal. Now, getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about another great player, and this is none other than Juju Smith. And this is none other than 4 receptions, and this is for more. Now, when it comes to this, obviously, guys, do not look at the last 5 since that was last season. So when it comes to Juju, a lot of the bookies do actually believe that he will have a lot of usage rate out there, especially as a wide receiver against this matchup against Philly, and that's why we could see 4 or more receptions. So this is definitely something that the bookies do believe is going to happen. They think this line is a little bit too low, and that's why we are sticking to it and going with what they say. But like I mentioned before guys, you can't look at the last 5 due to the fact that it was last season, but Juju Smith for 4 receptions for more, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about another great player, and this is none other than Kyle Pitts. Now when it comes to Kyle Pitts, great player as well, and this is none other than 3.5 receptions. However, this one actually guys is for less. Now when we look at Kyle Pitts, obviously guys, last 5, no need to pay attention to that, but they do face off against CAR in this matchup, and this should be a pretty good matchup for him to actually go on the under. CAR are a pretty good defensive team, and we think they will come out very strong into this matchup, and when it comes to what Kyle Pitts is capable of doing, I do believe he will get restricted, especially with the matchup that he faces off against. And it is early days, it is opening game for someone like Kyle Pitts, and because of those reasons we should see the under for this situation here. So Kyle Pitts, 3.5 receptions for less, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next one, we're actually going to head over into MLB and talk about some great picks here. So the first pick is a hitter fantasy score. This one is Adley Rutschman. This one is for 7 hitter fantasy score, and this one is for more. Now when we look at Adley, we've actually seen him go on the over in 3 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see. On top of this, they do face off against Boston, and his average over the last 5 is 10.6. Now, if we look at the most recent games, they did versus Boston, and in 2 of those matchups, one of them he was able to go over, another one he was able to go under, but we do like the over due to the fact that last game was a little bit of an outlier. We think he will be able to bounce back, make some adjustments, and we should see Adley with the high usage rate that he's supposed to have. You know, he should be able to go on the over, no doubt about it. And a lot of bookies also agree with that as well. So Adley Rutschman, 4-7 hitter fantasy score, 4 more, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next pick, we're going to be talking about Francisco Lindor, 7 hitter fantasy score, and this one actually is for more as well. Now when we look at Francisco, we've actually seen him go on the over in 3 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see. On top of this, when it comes to the matchup they face off against MIN, we should see an over situation for him. Francisco has been playing great, and we think it will continue on into this next game, no doubt about it. Just the way he has been playing, very, very sharp, and even though he did go under in the most recent game, we think he should be able to bounce back, no doubt about it, and be able to get the job done. Now his average over the last 5 is also 10, which is great to see. So with all those signs pointing towards the over, we are sticking to it and going with that as well. So Francisco Lindor, 7 hitter fantasy score, 4 more, I think is a fantastic pick. So as you all know, guys, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but PrizePicks is delayed with some of their lines. So here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So the first player we're going to be talking about is none other than Breanna Stewart. Now, when it comes to Breanna Stewart, great player, and on top of that, guys, she has been playing great, averaging 23.3 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. So the next recent matchup that is coming up, they do face off against Washington, which should be an interesting matchup for them. Now, Washington actually ranked 5th in points allowed, which is interesting to see, 5th in assists allowed, and they also rank 11th in rebounds allowed. With the way she has been playing, she's just been playing great. We think she should be able to go on the over here. Maybe one thing to keep an eye on, however, though, is although you know it is coming to the end of the season, they may sit her out early. Right now, a lot of the bookies don't really see her going on the under or sitting out and not getting the same amount of minutes. So because of those reasons, we could definitely see her still go on the over here. So definitely keep an eye out for Breanna Stewart and her line, because there could be some value to actually go on the over there. Now getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about none other than Cheyenne Parker. Now she has been playing great, averaging 15.1 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. So she's been doing a fantastic job, and they do face off against Dallas. Now, when it comes to the matchup against Dallas, it should be an interesting one, but Dallas actually rank 11th in points allowed. They also rank 8th in assists allowed, and on top of that, they rank 1st in rebounds allowed. So this gives a good opportunity for Cheyenne Parker to maybe go over on points and assists. Now, she really isn't too much of a playmaker in that sense, but she still has a capability to definitely go on the over if the line is low enough. When it comes to her points, it's definitely something to keep out on, but when it comes to rebounds, that is something you want to keep an eye out for, due to the fact that Dallas Wings are really great at restricting rebounds. So we could see Cheyenne Parker go on the under there. But if you wanted more of the gimme ones, I think points would be a great value if the line is definitely low enough. So definitely keep an eye out for that line, guys, because there could be some value there. So getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about none other than Kayla McBride, who's been averaging 14 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. So she's been doing a fantastic job, and they do face off against Indiana in this matchup. Now, Indiana actually ranked 12th in points allowed, which is going to be very good for someone like Kayla McBride to be able to go on the over. On top of that, they rank 9th in assists allowed, and they rank 2nd in rebounds allowed. So this gives a big opportunity for Kayla McBride to actually go on the over in points and assist categories. We think she should be able to get it done, no doubt about it. Now, like we mentioned before, you know, when it comes to end of the seasons, obviously players get taken out early, but this doesn't really seem like an opportunity for her to actually go on the under. There is no restriction in her minutes. So with all that being said, we could still definitely see her go on the over here and play it her all. So because of those reasons, we do really like Kayla McBride. So keep an eye out for her line, because that could be some value to actually go on the over there. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.